we're seeing increased focus on the digitalization of healthcare. So we've seen, obviously, electronic health record integration has become a part of nearly day-to-day life, right, in healthcare systems. We're going to continue to see a growth of that. But particularly now we're seeing the impact that all of this digitalization is actually having on the pharmaceutical industry. We're getting lots and lots of data about how our products are being used. We have a great opportunity to learn from all of that data. And now it's our job to get the resources in place to be able to translate it into real action.
In this digital health ecosystem, the second big thing that I expect to see is further consolidation. You have primary care, you have behavioral health, you have tobacco cessation, you have diabetes management. But if you're thinking about the patient and how they manage their care, it's confusing.
It's not a great user experience either to have 10 solutions or 10 apps to manage 10 different parts of your health or your life. So I think we're seeing solutions trying to become more full spectrum. So can they broaden their reach? And even at ODIA, we're thinking about how can we serve a broader set of needs with our platform.
Things that students should do for a world that is more digital. I think number one, you need to be cross-functional interaction. In the real world, that means that I'm working with my product team, my engineering team, legal, finance. I would also say it behooves students to understanding things like privacy, not to be an expert, but to be dangerous enough to know how to ask questions to make sure that you're doing right by the patients you serve.
A trend that I obviously see coming, and it's kind of the utmost goal of the industry, is personalized medicine. The better and more precise we can get, the better we can treat our patients, which is one of the reasons I love working at Amgen. Is all of the science that's behind what we do has to go to that goal, making sure that we get drugs that are tailored to patients.
It's really an interesting time, I think, in healthcare right now. Our company is looking at how care is being delivered to patients. Historically, McKesson has been very B2B focused. And over the past few years, we have been figuring out ways to get products directly to the consumers. Getting closer to the patient is a priority for a lot of folks.
It's a quite tumultuous time, actually, because of the markets. The COVID pandemic caused the industry to hit a major spike in interest and in market value. And so now we're at a period where we're hopefully coming down to post-COVID time. And as a result, the values of a lot of these public companies, especially biotech companies, have gone below what they went public for, which has caused a lot of layoffs and whatnot. And so that has been a major concern for the industry as a whole. Companies having to really evaluate whether they should go public, and if so, maybe right now is not the right time, or maybe we should wait until we have actual maybe clinical data before we go out into the public. And on the counter is the big pharmas who have a lot of money, right? They're looking to these companies and saying, we'll probably be looking at companies a little later in the development cycle rather than these early stage companies, which obviously has a higher rate of failure. And then who knows, maybe in a year everything changes and we all go back to loving biotech.
I think a lot of folks, accelerated by the pandemic, are really trying to take ownership of their health. Hopefully we're moving slowly but surely to that progression of preventing disease and preventing illness, spending our healthcare dollars on those products and services. I'm certainly looking forward to maybe a little bit more accelerated progression towards spending those dollars on preventative services as time goes on.